Hello, my name is Jack Fisher. I've had a private practice limited to orthodontics since 1982. Over my career, I've had a great interest in orthodontic surgery and treating complex cases, and have had great success with surgery cases. I was in practice with an oral surgeon, and we worked together on some interesting cases. In the late 90s and early 2000s, I became frustrated because third-party payments became difficult to get covered. Open bites, maxillary osteotomies, and mandibular advancements were almost impossible to get covered. I was starting to see several articles on skeletal fixation in many of the professional journals, so I hoped that the use of orthodontic mini implants would be the answer, or at least an adjunct to solve these challenges and achieve successful treatment on some of these cases. So I got really excited after reading the articles and listening to the lecturers on mini implants. I attended the AAO meeting and went there with the intention of purchasing a temporary anchor system. I came home and immediately jumped in the pool and started placing and using the implants. After teaching for several years now, we come to realize that there are three types of people. Those who aim and aim and aim, and they never really pull the trigger. And then there are those who get around to pulling the trigger. They'll aim, and then they'll shoot. And then there are those who jump up and shoot, and then they look to see what they hit. Well, I'm one of those who jumps up and shoots first, and then takes aim. I got back to my office from the AAO with my new TAD kit, and I went to work. I placed 150 or so in the first year. I did not know what I was doing. I did not know how to place them, or where to place them, or even really what type of mechanics, what moments I was creating, and what forces to use. I had very limited success and quickly became frustrated. I was spinning my wheels. One of the distribution companies asked me to test many of the anchorage systems on the market at that time because they were interested in marketing the system. They knew I had some experience, so they provided me with several different systems, and I used all of them in my practice. I continued to have limited success, and my frustration continued. But I had a clear mission. I wanted to be able to close open bites. Many patients were rejecting surgery, and I thought mini implants were the answer. Although I was extremely frustrated with the failures I was having and embarrassed in front of my patients when they would come back with the TAD in their hands. But I didn't quit. I was determined that the TADs were failing for two main reasons, and I went to work to combat those weaknesses. More on the failures later. I knew other orthodontists were not going to implement a technology with such a high failure rate, and neither was I. So I designed this TAD system out of frustration and passion. I love treating complex cases, and I was frustrated with the other systems available. I went to my best friend, who's an orthopedic surgeon. He obviously had a lot of experience with bone screws. We both grew up together since we were toddlers. We both were very influenced by my father. My father was a type of person who could build things and could fix anything. We used to joke and say that if we broke a light bulb, that Big Jack could fix it, my father's name. We grew up together, both of us pretty innovative also, and we like to build things together. Both of us are pilots, and we enjoy working on airplanes and other mechanical things. So this was a natural step for us to take on this project. So the two of us worked together to build the system. We'll talk more about the design and the benefits of this system later. There were several things I wanted to be able to do more predictably and consistently than we can just with conventional mechanics. I wanted to be able to distalize molars, torque anterior teeth, meaning the proper inclination of the upper anterior teeth. But my main point is that I had a clear goal and I knew what I wanted to accomplish. Obviously, you're interested in using mini anchors in your practice. I want to point out to you on the front end that the learning curve is very steep and very long. This DVD is a simple introduction to the TAD placements. Everyone should take an in-depth mechanics course and a placement course. We have a cadaver course that I teach, which is the absolute most effective way to learn proper placement protocol. I say this because I don't want you to get frustrated after watching this DVD if you have several TADs come loose after you place them. You will have some come loose until you perfect your placement technique and protocol. Our cadaver course is the place to perfect your placement technique. Nevertheless, I've placed thousands of TADs in my private practice and in the residency programs where I serve as an adjunct professor. Today, I very rarely have one come loose. So in this DVD, we are going to show you two simple TAD placements and simple TAD mechanics for two indications: molar uprighting and midline shifting or holding a midline. This is by no means a comprehensive TAD course, and you will not be an expert simply by watching this DVD. Mastering something is not about doing 10,000 different things. It's about doing one thing 10,000 times. It's going to take you some time to become comfortable, confident, and competent in your anchorage placement. This is a learning process, so let's get started.